Hi there! Welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma, and today we're in the medicine garden and we are going to do a massive cleanup. Now tomorrow, if you subscribe and like and ring the bell on our channel, you'll be notified every time I post a new video, which is almost every single day. And tomorrow we will be sharing a detailed garden tour of the medicine garden before, right now, and after I'm done with this project that you're going to watch me do today. So I will be going into a lot more detail on all the herbs that are in the garden in that video. So if you're interested in that, make sure you tune back in on Sunday morning. Today, however, we are going to just clean it all up. I'm going to turn the camera around, give you a good idea of just how overgrown and messy it has become. It is the end of the season, so everything has just like either tired or overgrown, and it's just time to clean it up. And there's some herbs in here that I'm just really not using the amount that they have produced. So I'm going to be reducing their size or removing them completely. It's going to be really fun. I'm just super inspired after we made this addition to our terrace and planted up these mints and thymes in containers. It just looks so clean and beautiful. I want to see more of that calm, serene kind of energy going on in this medicine garden, so that when I come here, it's not just food for my body, but food for my soul. Okay, so here is the before shot. Just super overgrown. You could see the fennel is all the way in the entryway. We just have so many plants, it's hard to see all of them. We've got a massive amount of comfrey that is completely unnecessary. The walking Egyptian onions are just looking messy. The oregano has too many weeds in it. You can't even see the yarrow that has poked up through the comfrey. The plant is down in there. Then we've got chives that are just super tired and ready to be cut back. We have all this verbena that has been really beautiful all summer, but starting to fall over and dry up. It needs to get cut down. We've got some Roman chamomile that kind of got destroyed when we were, or no, this is just this is Roman chamomile. This is just like regular. We've got Roman chamomile over here that looks fine. I've got this chamomile here that's kind of tired and destroyed when we did the terrace project. But it has a bunch of fresh green here, so I just cut the stalks back. Anyhow, just like a lot of cleaning up to do. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. To just, it feels really dense and congested in here right now. And I'm looking forward to opening the space up. Opening the spaces up also allows more airflow, which helps prevent disease. It also opens up more opportunity for sun, which helps the plants grow. So staking and cutting and removing and all the things are going to be happening. We've got this green stalk here full of beautiful strawberries. We've been getting strawberries all summer long, but there's a bunch of like tired leaves that could just be cleaned up, and I think she would really appreciate that. So we're going to do that too. And then I'm even hoping that I get back here to, you know, kind of like my plant paraphernalia junk pile, a bunch of, you know, pots and stuff that just need to either be tossed out or put in the potting shed or something like that. All right, I've got a wheelbarrow here that I'll put all the debris in that we can haul to compost. I've got a kneeling pad. This is a garden answer kneeling pad, and it is such a good one. It is so comfortable. It's the right amount of thickness. It's really easy to carry around. Highly recommend it. Just go to gardenanswer.com and they have a whole store there. I've got a shovel in case I want to really remove some stuff, which very well could happen. I've got my blower for the end of the project and a rake to make things look nice. And then I also have a hula hoe, which might come in handy for some of the weeds that we deal with. And then I've got a little bit of plantain just to give everybody some nutrition at the end. I've got a trowel in case I need it to dig up something small, and my pruners, which I'll probably use more than anything. And I will be using gloves today because so many of these herbs have volatile oils that can kind of agitate the skin. And then there's things like the comfrey that has like a hairy... If you've dealt with squash, then you kind of have an idea of what it is, but it's kind of like a prickly, hairy kind of texture. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see this in the camera or not, the little white hairs, they're kind of like prickly, and they'll go in your skin, and it's not comfortable. So it's best to use gloves when you're dealing with most herbs, especially in abundance like this. It's just better. I don't have to think about it if I'm wearing gloves for all of it. So, yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. Okay, there she is. You can actually see the garden now. Oh my gosh. It just looks so much more cleaner and open and user friendly. Oh, okay. So, I really didn't do anything in this space. I kept back a couple little St. John's wort out of that bed, but I didn't really touch any of this. I did clear out all of the cranesbill geranium, and my camera shut off, so I apologize, but I did put up a obelisk right there. It's the same one that I have right here, but this one got painted, so it's all like nice and pretty, and then this one needs to be worked on. But of course it's got a climber on it right now. These are deciduous climbers, so this winter we'll see if we can sand some of this rust off and repaint it. It's maybe like 3 years old. Okay, didn't touch the pots, although the borage has got to get taken out of that lavender does not want to live with all that borage, let me tell you. She wants to breathe. Okay, did not get to moving the blueberries. Spencer will need to help me move those big pots, but that's okay. I got what I wanted done. I moved the lovage that was in the container up here, down here, cleaned it up. It's all looking fresh and beautiful. I took off a ton of this artemisia. It's drying in a paper sack now. I removed a whole bunch of the golden oregano, and then I just piled all the comfrey leaves there. They can just stay there and decompose, and hopefully suppress any bindweed and horsetail that keeps coming up in this space. I'm just gonna leave it dormant until next spring, and we'll see what happens there. I uncovered an echinacea that really wants to be watered. When I'm done with this tour, I'm gonna water. Cut back the yellow yarrow, and I hung up the blossoms in the dried flower rack and just exposed the yarrow there. Cut back a bunch of the comfrey here. Did a little cleanup on the sage. I also have a debris pile up there that needs to be cleaned up. I removed all of the Egyptian walking onions, and I saved like the majority of the bulbs. When you pull them out of the ground, they look like this, like a little tiny onion, right? So I can use the greens, I can use the onion, or you can also use these little bulblets. So I think what I'm probably going to do is clean up all the bulbs, save the bulblets, and replant them in a different project. I have an idea of how I might grow the Egyptian walking onions in a more, excuse me, a more contained way that won't look quite as messy. We'll see. I don't know. But that's my hope. And because I do like them, it's convenient to have just a little onion flavor, I guess. It's really fun to watch them walk, and the kids get a kick out of that. So I like to have them somewhere, but they were just getting way too messy for our space here. But I have an idea, so stay tuned, because I'll be sharing that with you in the next week or so, because I need to make sure that these get planted out if I'm going to use them. So anyway, we got rid of the onions. We left this comfrey, and I really think that I'm going to probably leave this one and remove that one and put a blueberry up there. But I'm just leaving them all for right now. I didn't touch this bank, which desperately needs to be weeded out, but I was out here for 3 hours, and that's kind of my limit. I did cut all the flowers off of this sedum here. I cut back the chives, the 2 different chives, and the chamomile. Cut back all the verbena in this area. I did leave the ones that were still really nice and strong. I'm fine with that. I just didn't want this whole crazy mess anymore. I did cut back a lot of this dwarf oregano that was flowering. This side is about to flower. I didn't really get over there. I cut a few of the white yarrow blossoms down for dried flowers, but honestly, they attract such great pollinators. I kind of just want to leave some of them in the garden, right? Didn't really do much over here. Let the nasturtium and the squash do its thing, and I did not get up underneath it to weed, so that's fine. I did cut back the holy basil and the petunias, and I mean, I left a little color because it's so hard to just cut them to nothing, right? And then I cleaned up the strawberry tower, which I'm really happy with. Just looks healthier and happier. And I do need to fertilize it. I think I've only fertilized it maybe twice this season, so maybe I should do that today. And then we're back to where we started. That was actually the last thing I did, but yeah, it just looks so much cleaner in here. Awesome. That was really fun, just to get it all cleaned up. There's certainly plenty to do still. I never did get to the pile underneath the deck with all the empty pots and that kind of thing, which I want to get to. I wanted to mulch all these spaces, especially now that they're weeded out. That's definitely a good time to do that. So we'll maybe do that in the next day or so. Watering them in as soon as this video is done. And make sure you stay tuned, because tomorrow I'm going to share a nice detailed garden tour of the medicine garden, and we'll go plant by plant and talk about why I grow them and why I keep them in the garden, and how they grow and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in herbs, make sure you check out that video that's coming out, and I have a special offering coming, so make sure that you watch tomorrow's video, because I explain it all in that video. Until then, keep celebrating your life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.